Well, hello, Kingston. Welcome back to the Napoleonic battlefield. We are back with NTW3. This is the best mod for Napoleon Total War, in my opinion. Fight me if you want on change my mind. You won't be able to. No, but this battle was sent in by some players I've played with a good amount. All very good players, I would say. Probably a little better than me, if I'm being honest. Don't tell them I said that, though. This is a 4v4 on Montmorel. Probably mispronounced that too. But yeah, we have a Russia 10, a 10-point Austria, a 9-point UK, Portugal, and another 9-point Russia, which honestly, 9-point Russia, my favorite faction in this game thus far. Also something you can try to change my mind on, but it won't work. Yeah, and on the side, we do have the French players. I do believe it's all just France. Trying to see here. We got what looks like the... What is this? Stare at the flag hard enough. Oh, this, like, I think it's like a France, Netherlands, Dutch faction, maybe? The rest of them, guys, I don't know. We can see, of course, if Napoleon is with them. I think the white coat, I'm not even gonna try to guess that one. Not even gonna try. Let's see, though. Did they bring Napoleon? Sometimes the general can tell you a lot about the enemy. No Napoleon on the battlefield today, guys. So these generals will have to carry on. Now, of course, we can see they did bring Wellington as the UK. I kind of doubt it. Yeah, they're really high cost. You really have to play well. But there should be some good cav play, some good skirmisher play, which actually is very crucial to the fight here. Skirmishers can win or save, and each army has at least 3 or 4 skirms. And if there's, being honest, there's one thing I could get better at, it's the skirms. So we'll see how they play, and maybe you guys can learn a thing or two about skirmishers. Austria bring in 4 as well. Russia, I don't think they brought any, but of course, why does Russia need to bring skirms when they can bring the meat shield army of just musketeers? And they brought some light infantry, it looks like. They do have some heavy cuirassiers, and I do believe they have some artillery here. Yeah, man, they have quite a lot of artillery, some more artillery as well. Now, dragoons and, yeah, 2 sets of dragoons and a Kazaki pushing up to this first point, are trying to get a definite advantage numerically against the French. Now, France is probably going to start making their appearance with a lot more cavalry. Chasseur Cheval, we have some, let's say some Chevalier Lancers of a sort supporting them. We are starting to see some line infantry as well pushing up. France may actually have the speed to beat the enemy, or to beat the coalition here, but the UK actually have some pretty fast units. The tow roads, like, man, these guys are just, it's might as well start just sprinting, and that's a very good unit, the tow roads they're bringing. They're also bringing the Coultron Guard next, so their elite units are, and my goodness, wow. I'm just seeing like the best quality UK infantry. I mean, not a very big army for the UK, but man, they brought really good units. Did they bring any? Yeah, they brought some of the Jaeger, like skirmishers here. Cavalry is pushing up still. We're starting to see an appearance now of more skirmishers. So France bringing tons of skirmishers. Let's see how this could end up being like a massive skirm battle. We will see. Artillery firing already. I'm not sure if they were trying to go for a general or just trying to hit some cavalry units. Now remember, there is going to be a Russia 9 maybe hitting the flank here. I'm curious to see what their plan is, if they're just going to mass together or if Russia's going to try to head a flank. The Russian artillery is actually making it up quite fast. Now Russia 10-pointer is taking a far flank here, going through the trees to the right side. Maybe they're going to take this LOC and hold, you know, near the river. I guess we'll see in a second. They're going to, of course, set up the rest of their artillery. I'm assuming this is actually a decent place for them to set up. There's a river kind of protecting, you know, their flank. A good field of fire. There's a little hill, so they can't really fire in this direction. But they can fire this whole field, and if France is trying to attack the side, or if France is advancing towards this group of houses, they could get some good flanking fire. Now, you are seeing some French cav scouting. Both sides actually doing an excellent job of scouting. Very, very important to a NTW3 match. You need to know where the enemy is, where they're mobilizing. Now, the coalition's not scouting a ton at the moment, but they are playing, it seems, a little more defensively, and their skirms for Austria are pushing up. Yeah, pushing up, and they can actually get a good scouting, I guess, view. They can spot a lot more. Oh, there's, yeah, see, France has artillery already firing as well. Both sides had some horse artillery they threw up pretty fast. Oh, we have some heavy cuirassiers. So, man, this seems like the most dynamic, like, no one's bringing, like, a meme army of just, like, infantry or just cav or something. Everybody seems to be, so far, I haven't seen all the French players, but so far, everybody seems to be bringing, you know, well-rounded amounts of cav, infantry, and artillery in skirms. I haven't seen a lot of Grens, to be honest. Maybe Austria is bringing the Grenadiers. No? I don't know if Russia has brought any Grenadiers. Maybe 9-point Russia. Maybe. But they don't even really need Grens, to be honest. Yeah, there's no Grens really for the coalition. We are now having infantry supported by cav pushing forward. Looks like France has taken positions in the woods, taking some pot shots already at the coalition, as we're going to have some Austrian skirmishers push up and start engaging them. Maybe some cav pushes up. Now we do have more. Let's see, we got the Royal American Rifles are going to help support this side. Yeah, it's going to be a skirm for at least the first little initial push here. These skirms are trying to get really close, maybe get a like execution shot. Let's see if they get one. Oh man, they're very close to each other. This is gonna be like death at this rate. Oh, even the officer got a shot off. Did he kill anyone? France is gonna push back his skirmishers. Yeah, look at this, guys. The coalition is just pushing forward a lot of skirms. I'll tell you, these guys can soak up a lot of damage because they can stay further back and still be shooting and harassing. France does not have a lot of skirms here yet, and this is kind of, I believe this is how battles would sometimes start, with just a lot of, you know, small light infantry scouting around. Oh, we have some dragoons lumbering towards Austria. And some more. Oh no. These dragoons definitely are going to get flanked here in the forest. Let's see if Austria can support this fight by shooting into the flank of these French dragoons. And actually, Russia is going to get a good flank off on the Chasseur Cheval. So this could actually turn around. It looks like it is turning around in favor of the coalition for their first initial cav fight, which is in the forest. So units are going to take a long time to actually set up. Now, France is utilizing this point to send forward more cavalry to take out some more skirms, maybe get some easy kills, as skirms are very weak to cavalry. And yet they're going to slice up Austria's skirms. Man, these poor guys, they just got annihilated. Look at the guys just, yikes. They're dead, and now they're going to carry forward, and of course they're going to run smack into Lion infantry, trying to save their artillery. This cavalry now going to rush over, trying to flank these dragoons. If I was France, I would just rush back. Looks like France trying to desperately get to those artillery pieces, as we have some dragoons charging the French cav. And Russia does lose their cannon. But at what cost did France lose? France actually has taken losses on cav at several points now. And has pushed the French back from the forest already. But now France is going to seem to be just falling back or reforming. And maybe they can make a push from there. Let's see what kind of units. So far, I just see mostly just regular line infantry. I haven't seen any fusiliers, voltigeurs, grenadiers, anything like that as of right now. Over here on this side, just a lot of skirms set up, some cavalry. These dragoons did come back, which is, you know, probably a nice thing for them. But yeah, look, skirms just setting up along the whole front here. Artillery from France up on this side, of course, dueling against the Russia artillery piece. Russia has set up all of their lines ranging all along this river. In fact, it looks like they're going to push across right here, maybe attack. I'm not sure. They do have their crosshairs in the forest. They may be getting hit by artillery fire. This is just going to be death by artillery barrage from both sides, at least for a little while here. Not sure what the artillery is exactly shooting at. But yeah, this flank is developing. Artillery for the coalition seems to be doing quite well at pouring in some volleys. Get a nice zoomed out view, see where all the forces are at. It does look like the French actually will be falling back, potentially here, or relocating. They better not falling back, relocating. So it does seem like the coalition has a lot of artillery dominance as of right now. So I guess we'll see what the French plan is. It's gonna pop up at some point, but you can see the death and destruction from artillery, from such concentrated artillery fire over here. As Russia's guns came back. What a break they got, man. 7 of them left, guys, and yet they still are firing. Lucky break. The UK are kind of staying a little bit too far back. Maybe they were supposed to just be a reserve line, but they are pretty far back right now. We do have Russia 9. It looks like Russia's going to be taking care of both flanks. You're going to have Austria in the center with maybe a UK supporting. Now UK, like I said, they are set up. I don't know if they went AFK for a second, but you know they're kind of still set up facing, you know, this front, which they don't need to be doing right now. And yeah, okay, they are mobilizing troops one way or the other at this moment. Now look at this grand artillery battery here. 5-pounders with some 6-pounders. France has taken this flank, so this is going to be a tough attack if the coalition wants to take this side. Ooh, love these uniforms. And the constant artillery fire, guys. This reminds me of like, no, not, what is that? What is the battle? It's that Russian battle in the snow. Why am I blanking on it? Someone's gonna tell me in the comments, and I can all just like, ah, that was it. Dang it, that was it. Oh my goodness, the poor. These buildings are just getting leveled here, and it's not a lot of places to really actually hide. Austria's pushing up another 5-pounder on this side, so they are concentrating artillery in a couple different places here. Artillery is strung along here, artillery here and here, so all in their center. Nothing really on the flanks yet, at least. They do have, oh my gosh, this is gonna take a while to get up and see. Russia is actually protecting their artillery piece. Man, 12-pounders. If once these guys get up, this is going to be super point turning. Now, if they make it, they're F3, but they're moving pretty slow. They are going to get here probably when the battle's starting. Now, if the French are too long, oh no, horse artillery. That sucks. They lost one of their guns while trying to limber up. It's always a gamble when you do it, guys. Always a gamble. And unfortunately, didn't work out too well for them. I love this battle so far, though, honestly. Really like this battle. Really good battle. Now, we do have France pushing up skirmishers, light infantry. I do believe these are light infantry with green uniforms. They have some of the high ground. Russia has the other high ground. Both sides, we do have artillery also, more 6-pounders set up. And so artillery supporting each and every single one of these defenses and assaults, because we do have, like I said, French artillery over here. I would be surprised if we get some French artillery over here pretty soon. Russia may just stand back and let the French kind of carry the momentum. And we do have a line. Oh, this is guard infantry for Russia. Orient Savoy, these guys are going to do very well. And they're already getting some shots off on the skirmishers for France, who immediately fell back. I mean, then we took a couple losses. Both sides don't want to do anything. Did Russia's artillery come back again? Oh no, they broke. They're getting focused down. I don't know if you guys do this, but once you hit actually a certain amount of troops dead, they just can't fire anymore. Now, the coalition may actually be waiting for Russia 9 to get up to the front lines before actually pushing. It looks like they have quite the force sitting over here. It looks like the UK are going to... okay, so this is what I'm thinking strategy-wise, what their plan or what they're doing. They have a weak center, technically, but not really. They have artillery that supports the center, so if the enemy does push down here, they have an artillery piece here, 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 and here. Now, they are getting it focused down. Unfortunately, France seems to be focusing down the artillery, so they're actually going to move that artillery piece. Ooh, they may break. They may actually pull their artillery crew back and hide them, and then wait for the enemy to advance so they can throw them back up on their artillery piece. Man, this artillery's yeah, this is definitely artillery dueling right here, guys. Holy cow. And they broke the artillery piece anyway. Yeah, they're gonna pull their artillery totally back. Actually, very wise move by Russia, because France is focusing, there's probably a ton of guns all trained in this one area. And the French artillery, I think, is better quality. So I think the coalition is trying to use artillery to hold their center, and they have Russia, Austria massed on the left. Of course, they have Austrian reserves in the center just in case they're needed, along with some UK units in the center. But for the most part, a lot of the UK and Russia are sitting over here. It looks like they're going to try to swing maybe one flank or the other. France does have a lot of troops over here, potentially. In fact, they have 3 generals on this right flank. This could be a big focusing point for France. Artillery setting up here. This looks like a Saxon German state type of artillery. You guys tell me, those of you who know your NTW3 better than me. Even the troops look kind of Germanic in nature, I feel like. I'm gonna be totally wrong here. Man, both sides are just, it's a cannon slugfest right now. And the 12 pounders haven't made it up yet. They really could use those guys because they could stay back further than the French guns. They could set them back way over here and fire and have range on the French. What is France firing for now? With these guns silenced. Oh, they are definitely going for Austria. He's going for the Austrian guns. Oh my gosh, look at the focus by that artillery. I wonder what artillery the French brought. It does seem like Austria is outgunned. It does seem like the coalition is outgunned, but here we go. There is a grand advance. Oh yes, I'm loving this. Skirmishers out in front, line infantry behind. This looks so, I mean, this has to be realistic, you know? Like, this has to be what Napoleonic battles must have somewhat at least looked like. Skirmishers pushing out in front, masses of infantry following behind. This is why I like this mod, guys. It's like the closest we'll ever get to seeing a realistic battle, I feel like. Now, I'm sure there's some tactics and some things that's like, okay, that probably wouldn't happen, but I feel like this is pretty realistic here. We have a lot of, yeah, here's all the artillery for France. This is going to be a rough fight for the coalition. They are walking into prepared lines with masses, and I'm talking about masses of reserves here, all ready to meet the coalition's advance, and plenty of artillery crews with skirmishers ready to basically level the attacking lines here. But Austria is actually not attacking. I think they realized that would be a bad attack. that France would easily win with their artillery support. And you can see already they are firing, getting us some really, really crucial, deadly hits in this line. Now, I do like that the coalition is not splitting themselves up. They aren't just isolating themselves on one area only. They've kind of spread themselves out a little bit. Okay, but we have general movement here. Russia and the UK pushing all their troops along to the flank, and this is my thinking on what they may be thinking. The artillery is more in the center, right? If they're pushing up here, they have, first of all, they have the geography. There's a hill kind of in the way and buildings in the way of the artillery being able to shoot this direction. So they actually may have a better angle of attack if they can move quickly. If they can move quickly, they could take this flank and then maybe threaten the entire left flank of France. Obviously, this attack on the right side probably not going to do too well. The artillery dominance that France has is going to make this very difficult for the Russians. So they may have to reposition themselves or try pushing a farther flank. 12 Pounders almost there. France doesn't seem to really want to attack either, though. I mean, if they start advancing, you know the artillery pieces for the coalition are going to answer. And I think the coalition has decided they don't need their artillery crews up here yet. Oh my gosh, look at the guns. For a second I saw them, it looked like guard artillery, but you saw, like, that was 5 guns here and 2 or 3 guns here. That's at least 6, maybe 7, 8 guns in this one little area. And they don't really have an angle. That's 2 here. That's at least 4, 5 here. 7 guns plus, what, 2 guns at least here, 2 to 3. 3 more over here, 2 more right there. And who knows what else is in the center. Yeah, France definitely doing their thing. Now, we do have that huge flank, guys. I'm really excited to see how this is going to go. I really think this is going to be that push. Now, maybe France isn't scouting this side. Maybe they don't even know about it, but look at this French. Look, sorry, not French. Look at this Russian advance in the trees. These guys aren't hidden, so no one knows they're here yet. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Now, of course, these skirmishers are going to see them as soon as they appear out of the tree line. So Russia's going to have to be rather quick if they want to make an attack here. And here we go. Skirms have seen them. Russia coming out of the woodwork here, as it were. Alright, so skirmishers are answering. It looks like Russia's going to shift over Kazakis, maybe get a charge off, maybe drive back some skirms, but I think France got totally surprised by that for a second there. I mean, you can imagine they're sitting there and they're like, oh, Russians! Russians!
This building has fallen to the enemy.
And their artillery is not, man, wow, I almost pointed with my finger on the screen, but the artillery is all set up right here, guys. They're going to have to mobilize it. They're going to have to shift over reserves, maybe some cavalry as well. But yeah, they're falling back, totally falling back. And Russia is on the offense. Oh man, look at this. This looks awesome. You have the UK in reserve, Russia pouring forth the masses. This has got to be one of the coolest things I've seen. Just totally taking the enemy by storm, and Russia's preparing their defenses. They're ready for this, though. They're having the skirmishers out in front trying to harass the enemy, then falling them back. They're trying to probably form up their lines of infantry. They'll probably have grenadiers in this garrison here. And I'm sure France is shifting over reserves, shifting over reinforcements. Alright guys, sorry, we're back in crash at the worst time, but yeah, we have a cav potentially trying to go for some skirmishers and drive them off the field. Smartly, or wisely I should say for them, not gonna take that fight. They probably would have lost, so they're gonna fall back here. and maybe hit those skirms at a later time, or even try to move around and harass. But yeah, Russia with the UK pushing up, UK in reserve. The Russian general is even, oh god, the Russian general is even here to support this forward fight. Yeah, some Royal Fusiliers. These guys could go into melee, take the house potentially if they need it. They're gonna probably need it because Russia is gonna go up against probably a stiff resistance from France, as France is setting up troops in all the different kind of gaps in the houses. Oh, we have a Russian charge. Ooh, this is looking a little rough here. Here we go. They're going to start clashing. Stomping and stabbing him. My goodness. There we go. We got some more units engaging. Oh, missed. Running back. What a clash, man. The animations for fighting on this is amazing. But I'm sure that France is shifting over reserves. You can see the general is shifting over. You can hear the troops. Artillery is firing, but of course they're gonna fire on this side, but they're probably, ooh, they got some good hits. Russia should just stay on the right side of the house here. Maybe be defensive so this artillery can't really support the defense. Oh, and you can see here the rest of the coalition. Austria is sending over troops. Russia 9 sending over troops. They're probably going to keep some, yeah, they're keeping their skirmishers is up front. Maybe some cavalry to support them. A couple Austrian lines, some UK skirms up in front as well. It looks like they are going to go in for the house. Russia getting just mowed down by artillery here. They need to fall back on this side. They do not need to take this fight. Yeah, they're going to fall back. I figured. We do have Russia going into the house. France countercharging. Ooh. Man, just really hurting. Yikes. Hurting this Russian offensive. Countercharging here in the house. As this fight is raging. Russia needs to get their general up. We have a fight here. Skirmishers up in the front lines. Exchanging with the Russians as the UK stay in reserve. I mean, they have the Highlanders. They have, like I said, the Toros. Plenty of extra troops. And here we go. France has the reserves. They have reinforcements. This is where the fight is going to be. It's not the artillery that is going to fight this. It's going to be the infantry. And Russia definitely getting thrown back. Coldstream Guards maybe going to push up. Maybe they will be the ones to take that LOC home bit. Could be a very deadly force. But I think the UK are going to try to throw themselves up, maybe taking the flank. We do have Russia pushing across this stream. France, unfortunately, does not have enough reserves to stretch along this line. It's a pity they don't have troops they can put up all the way along here. They have cavalry, some hussars, who of course are going to see this yet. And look, there's some cavalry for Russia. I don't know where the Russian heavies are, but they're probably going to be needed. There they are. They are probably being needed. They're just waiting in reserves, in the reserve. Russia is still fighting hard for this house. I don't think they're going to take it, guys, because France just keeps throwing in reserves of their own every time. We do have cavalry pushing across. Do they have any squarables? Oh, no, they do not. And France, Ledoux going in for the fight. Oh, they could rout a ton of Russians. And Russia is in huge trouble. What a beautiful charge to throw back the Russian attack. French light infantry that have thrown themselves in. France, they're doing everything they can to stop this offensive, and they're charging in again. Oh, this is a vicious fight, and they have thrown back the first line of Russian troops, and the UK aren't even, they're not even holding it back. They're volleying these poor Russians. as France actually is managing to throw up their defensive line. That was a crucial charge on the Russian position. They slaughtered a ton of Russians there. My goodness. Still a fight for this LOC. Both sides not wanting to give up here. You can see Russia and Austria forming up here. They may even try pushing forward for an attack on the side. Nothing happening on the other flank. This is going to be basically a very obvious fight for this core position. You can see even France is mobilizing troops to push over. Everything's going to be fought on this flank. One brave Russian line of infantry is holding the river crossing here. France actually has been thrown back as well. So both sides, I think despite the massive loss of 4 units for Russia, they still will take this. Unfortunately, France managed to get some artillery up. Probably some more artillery mobilized very rapidly, or they just push their F4s, I don't know, F3s. And they are already firing again on the Russians. Russia not able to take this house. Are the Highlanders going to push up maybe? If they can take the house, I think they could easily start winning this fight. But they have to take the house. They have to take it. Maybe Russia is going to push across the cavalry with Austria. I feel like in order to actually seize the day, they may have to. Now that France is mobilizing here, they seem to maybe, yep, they have the artillery back on. They have the 12-pounder set up. They are really, really serious about getting some firepower on here. Firing on here. Now they have the French distracted on this right flank. They're going to push forward. Look at Austria going in on another flank. Man, this battle is awesome. Yeah, they're going to try to get a nice angled attack here. The artillery is still set up for France right here. But yeah, they're not touching this. Now we do have some skirmishers pushed up. They're trying to chew up some of the French skirms. We're set up in a defensive forward line. Still trying to go for the house. Yep, the Highlanders going in. These guys have some good man stats. Oh, look, the general, or the colonel, or whatever you call him, the commanding officer of that regiment. Oh, no, he's fallen. So the UK, man, they're losing so many troops in this, and actually, they are falling back on this flank. I think they were hoping that they would be able to win and push across quickly, but with that artillery that France has set up, they have pushed back that initial attack. And now the UK are going to be the ones who are going to set up their Coldstream Guards. They're sending in their elites. And their elites are taking some losses. Oh, did they take it? They took it. But now France is going forward again. Oh my gosh, these Coldstream Guards are going to rip apart this French line. Alright, more Russian 9 pushing over. These guys have some good melee stats. But man, these Highlanders really, really need to hold this side now. The Coldstream Guard are trying to support this attack. And these guys are winning slightly. If Russia can push up and utilize this push they made on the house, just maybe they can push back the French and start caving in this line. We do have all this artillery set up here. Old Guard, oh my gosh. No wonder the French are doing so well. They have Old Guard artillery here. Such good quality artillery. It's... yikes. Firing so fast and furiously at this line, trying to drive back the Austrian push. Oh my gosh, the Coldstream Guard going in. Trying to drive back the French. And it seems to be working. The elites out in front, they're taking heavy losses. As Russians countercharging as well, so, I mean, trying to establish, like I said, they need to keep a foothold in here. These Cameron Highlanders, they're gonna break at some point, I'm sure, in the near future. There's no way they can keep holding. Repeated assaults by France. Actually, Russia is carrying forward some melee here while they have the house and are getting this like flanking fire point blank on the French lines. You know, they're just gonna keep pushing forward. Troops now, the UK pushing forward the tow rows. Austria has a nice flanking fire with some of the line infantry here. They're gonna have to face the guns. And they're gonna face, oh my gosh, some terrible losses. But there's nothing for it. They have to suffer. Push forward. They have pushed back the French finally. They have actually pushed them back. The LSC is probably going to start really hurting the French, which is why they're falling back from it. I would pull these Highlanders out and put another good unit for the UK in here and keep them pouring in the fire. Maybe the Coastal Guards could be in there. Give these poor 46 men out of 168 a rest. But oh man, now that they have made that aggressive push, now the UK are sending across their contingent of line infantry, the Fusiliers, some Highlanders, some Grasshoppers. Maybe try to push that flank. Maybe they can have some cavalry push, try to take out some artillery and skirmishers. Yeah, these guys are already receiving fire as they're pushing across. They have a slight hill slope, so the artillery is going to be unable to really get a good angle on them initially, and plus they're probably focused on trying to chew up the Russians. Keep in mind, guys, Russia 9-pointer is still in reserve. They have a fresh faction here.
We've taken a building, sir.
Another building has been taken, the far left side. Okay, so I mean, this battle is halfway over, guys. 30 minutes left in the fight. LSC obviously still being fought over. I like how it's all staying on one side. Both sides really trying to take that fight here. Now the coalition needs to maybe keep pushing this corner. They need to push this corner where the artillery is set up. And keep in mind, this is probably our 12-pounders. These are 12-pounders, so they are going to take a very long time to actually mobilize. They are probably stuck here. They're probably going to stay here and try to protect this flank. And I would not be surprised if the coalition are just going to stay back, try to hold the LOC and win by LOC victory at this point in time. Keep the 9-point Russia healthy and ready to be thrown in wherever they're needed. I'm curious if they're going to try anywhere else or if this is it. This is where they're staking their claim, staking the fight. This actually seems to be a good push for these poor light infantry of the UK. They seem to be carrying forward this attack quite well. There are some skirmishers up in the front for the French. I hope my voice is not like overpowered by the game sounds. I'm gonna have to make sure. So I apologize if it is. I'm still fiddling with the new with some audio here. Oh, we have some more guard artillery. Are we gonna have some cavalry? Maybe some cavalry push up and try to take on these skirms and artillery. France does see it and they're shifting up these hussars. I don't know if they have more cav, but this may not be enough. Yeah, you see actually Russia 10-pointer is shifting over here. I would be surprised if they're going to try and try to push everything along this hill and not hit this forward line. They have the LOC. They have some reserves they can easily hide behind. Russia 9, I'm surprised Russia 9 is not sitting back here to be able to easily mobilize because getting across this river is going to take them a second. But I don't know what their plans are. They probably have, you know, a reasonable explanation for why they're sitting back here. I mean, the artillery, they don't want them to focus down this whole army. Like I said, this could be the game changer, guys. A whole faction that's just rested, basically no losses, ready to go. So we'll see. UK are still plying this flank, constantly shifting over on an angle. France is constantly trying to shift over and help them out. Like I said, very smart, I think, you just gotta find where the enemy isn't really set up, and this is exactly what the UK are doing. Russia is going to set forward troops along this side, and all this artillery, guys, is not going to be able to really shoot over here. There's a whole slope in the way. I wouldn't be surprised if they start actually shooting at this LOC, trying to break it down to 55% or so. You know, that could really hurt the troops inside, and I bet you that's what they're going to do. Still a lot of skirms screening the forward position of this army, stopping the coalition from being able to really push forward aggressively here. This cav, I think they want to get to the artillery, but they got to be really careful. 1 or 2 good shots of skirms in artillery will break this cav unit. We may have some Kazakis gonna go make a sacrificial charge. We will see. If they can break this artillery, they can move a little more freely in this front line. But you can see, oh my gosh, a lot of cavalry here. They have Ledoux. Yep, Ledoux and Hussars. They do not want to lose this gun in play. Actually, this isn't Ledoux, but man, this is some good cav. Yep, the Kazakis are going to get charged here. Bravely going to try to go for the guns. Definitely not going to make it. And we have some Dragoons attacking here. Russia is, they're not wanting to repeat the last disaster, so they're falling back across the river. Actually, France is winning. Oh no, here goes the carry on with the heavies. Russia's caught in the river again. This could be a game changer if Russia gets just mass routed here. France is attacking on all fronts. Oh no, they're going straight into the enemy. Now there is a rally being popped by the Russian general. And Austria actually has a good flanking charge here. You see the heavies still in reserve here. They're gonna try to maybe, if they can break some of these Russians, or, well, okay, so if the French can break the Russians, it's huge. If Russia can break a lot of this French cav, that will be huge too. France, I think for a second thought maybe they could get a good attack going and get in a melee and destroy the French or the coalition's line. Man, this poor tow rows getting just obliterated by artillery. But Austria now pushing forward. We do have some heavies going to shift over as well. Russia is once more pushing across the river. Now is not the time for fear. The UK are kind of isolating themselves a little bit and getting kind of picked apart here. Cavalry even kind of staring them down. I'm concerned they could lose 4 units of the UK. UK lose 4 units of their line infantry with cav in line in French infantry. Kind of staring them down. They are kind of isolated with no cav support. If they lose these 4, that is a huge loss, as UK did bring a lot of troops. Just skirmishing still in the front, thankfully nothing, so I don't have to like hop back and forth. Oh my goodness, Russia went into melee here. Cav charging in. Russia also setting up. They're actually like they're gonna try to get some volleys off, get a flanking shot. France actually is retreating their artillery back. Man, they set it up fast. Russia may actually try closing in here. I'm surprised they haven't tried getting some cav right here and charging across, taking out this gun position. But yeah, oh, France is getting charged by Russia. Russia committing. I think Russia's committing here. I think they definitely are committing. They have to at this point. They have the heavies now get a general here to inspire these guys. Yep, the cav going in. Can they make it or are they gonna break? Oh, they broke. UK being a big distraction here. More cav going in and hitting those skirmishers, dragoons. Oh no. We got Russia getting cav charged by those heavies though. They need to get some good fire because France is here to try to mass rout Russia. Where's the squares when you need them? All right, 9-point Russia is mobilizing now. I think they know they need them over here. Dragoon's gonna charge in. They need to break this French cavalry as there's 2 of them that are doing a lot of damage. They have the crosshairs still here. Exhausted, but oh my gosh, another beta charge. Just consistent melee at this point. France in melee getting some good volleys here on France. Or France getting some good volleys on Russia, sorry. But this is turning into a mess. An organized mess, but still a mess. France cav charging the Austrian dragoons.
Our men are running.
Some cavalry getting routed by some UK squares. Artillery, horse artillery going to try to support this flanking fight. France looking pretty good here, guys. I don't know. France is looking really good at this point in time. They still have their artillery. They just pulled the crew back while they are in melee. France is breaking Russia, and it's looking bad. The guard, Austria firing a volley here. as France tries to close in and break them. UK do have reserves here, maybe to stop this onslaught, but they need Russia 9. Russia 9-pointer maybe can stay back just so they don't kind of get that mass route debuff that Russia 10-pointer is experiencing right now. Yep, LOC down to 52%. These UK troops have their work cut out for them. They have to hold back a massive
to the enemy.
onslaught here. Wait, what's happening? Who lost a building? Or, oh no, the UK lost the building. This flank, man, it's so far away, but the UK are definitely doing well. France even falling back, but they are getting more separated as France is pushing back the coalition. And Russia 10-pointer, man, they tanked for quite a while, guys. They took the blows that France gave them and did pretty well, but this will be so much that Russia can take before they break. They make sure get rhymed and even mean for it to rhyme. I mean, this sets the mood. You have flames and smoke, dead bodies, smoke and fire. Love it. Here we go, though. Russia 9 here to try to break this fight. We may actually have France advancing here. So there's one French army. And Austria has some reserves. They did keep it over. UK even has some. So I think the French may be like, oh, there's nothing over here. They're all over here, and they're going to try attacking. And I think they're going to be a little surprised if they do push up to attack. There's a lot more coalition troops here than I think they realize. Oh my gosh, the artillery. Just hitting Russia 9, setting the mood already as Russia's trying to get up to the front here. They're just getting destroyed by artillery. France has done very well. You know what they need? When France has so much artillery, you need a chunky unit like the HRE who can just sit there and just absorb the damage. I remember playing a game where I was the HRE, supported by a Russia 9-pointer. I soaked up a lot of damage and lost a lot of units, but the HRE can. That's kind of the cool thing about them. But I digress. I digress quite a bit. Yeah, Russia now shifting over. The French probably have realizing there's another whole army here. You know, because the different banners, they definitely look different. Still a fight for this house. Man, both sides have spent a lot of blood. France is going to attack here. Like I said, I really do think they're going to be surprised. The skirmishers in the force just going to harass their flank. Russia or Austria and the UK have plenty of troops they can throw forward. And they have plenty of artillery. But France finally is going to get their turn on this side. This poor French player probably just sat most of the battle. Probably extremely boring for him. But France is counterattacking. This whole area has shifted hands, what, how many times now? They attacked, got thrown back, they attacked again, took it, threw them back. Now they're attacking. They're holding it right now, but sort of losing it. So that's like 3 or 4 times. We do have this foot guards maybe going to try to attack this LOC once more. And they took it again. Wow. Shifting hands. All right, well, we have France going to close in melee. Oh my gosh, the poor guys. This artillery is brutal. I feel like the artillery is going to get more kills than the infantry.
All hope is lost. This battle is almost done.
All right, we're going to start counting and tallying up LOCs. I think each one's 1 point. They have 1, 2, 3. France hasn't taken any yet. They're probably going to try to push for this one, but I think, like I said, they're running into a surprise, I'm sure. Artillery is going to start shredding them up. Skirmishers everywhere. These skirms in the woods are going to do well. Try to have some cav. But I think France probably is going to try to get in melee with them. Why aren't they firing? Oh, man. They are dropping them. And yep, we have the reserves. I'm mobilizing. This is one French army. Man, they're getting some good volleys. If they don't get in a melee, though, I think the coalition can hold them back. I think they can hold them back. And all they have to do, guys, is hold this LOC. At this point, I think they are realizing that's all they have to do. Now, Russia 9, maybe taking the place. They're going to now take some of this musket fire. Oh, man, look at this poor UK player. They are actually distracting a good amount of French forces. Some lancers. Are they going to try to go in for this fusiliers? Yeah, they're also going for an LSC. They sent one of their
One of our
Highlanders.
units has used all its ammunition, sir.
But they are distracting quite a lot of French players, and France has still not taken this LOC. If the coalition can hold, doesn't matter how many losses they take, they will win. But that fight actually seems to be winding down. At the same time, France is being very aggressive. I think they realize they need to take some of these LOCs in order to win. And they are throwing forward the full weight of their army. But these grenadiers, I think, some grenadiers are going to try to go for melee. Yeah, and Austria is definitely going to fall back. They don't want to. They don't want to give them an excuse. Oh, what is the UK doing? They're going to get point blanked. No. The 11th, the bloody 11th. They are definitely bloodied now. Oh, but France going into melee. And Austria is going to take some hurt here. You can see the skirmishers did break. Austria not going to do well in melee. Oh no, they need to fall back. They could lose this at the last minute. They are not careful here. Now the UK are going to start tearing up this force. And what we got here? We got some more French cav getting now, or not French, but Russian cav getting a taste of cold steel from France. I think actually he's going to break them. They have this whole reserve line. They need to push it up here. They need to hold. But the UK finally broke. Almost. They have one last force over here. Actually, two more forces here. I think they're actually going to go grab a ton of LOCs. So with France actually carrying forward a very effective bayonet charge. Austria cannot melee. That is one thing, guys, I think will be very clear seeing this fight. They cannot melee. Now they are doing, oh man, now France is attacking along the entire side. UK holding with Austria on this right flank. All this artillery, though, is susceptible to getting shot
men
up.
are running, sir.
All right, so the UK and some Orgasaris. Okay, so they're gonna probably go for another LSC up here. Yep, they're gonna go for this LSC up here. Another one going back here. If they lose this one and lose this one, they can still have this one, that one, and that one. Allied general has been killed. Cavalry in the back lines now. Oh, and it was this general, wasn't it? France and Russia still hotly contesting this. No one seems to be winning. Same time over here, Russia actually, or Austria, sorry, has managed to shift their troops back, getting some distance from the French. And now France is going to have to try and maybe get an angle here to then go into melee. They do have a right flank. The UK turn around to face these French. They can maybe get a shot off. This artillery is shredding and actually holding this center line. More Austrians that maybe should shift back over with some of the cavalry.
The men are fatigued,
We see,
sir.
yeah,
Must rest a while.
these troops are just destroying the French push. And they're holding this LOC with some of the light foot, the Bucks. Oh, France is committing everything to this. We do have some Russian cavalry that tried engaging here. The UK did break. They have one troop that's going to go way over to this LOC. They are trying to win by LOC victory, and the French got to be very cautious. They're going to, of course, push over here. These guys are definitely seen. So France can still win this. 14 minutes. They just have to take the LOCs. They still have not taken this one. Russia 9 needs to send over these reserves. I'm not sure why they haven't. Set them up here and just start. I mean, they're getting shoot up by artillery, not doing anything. But here we go. France is trying to break the UK. Way in with some cavalry. Austria standing and shooting, standing their ground.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
Oh, finally this LOC is so hotly contested all this time. I think finally the French have retaken this. This is like Huguenot. on Waterloo. Why is Russia 9 over here? That's what I want to know. They're just getting destroyed by artillery, given free kills. They need to put their line up here. You can do a lot of good still. I'm sure they're probably playing in other areas too. Sending in Cav, trying to multitask. Is Russia going to try to go for a melee? Or not Russia, France going to go for a melee. They're getting chewed up as they're doing it though. Oh, I think Austria got a volley off as they charged in.
Our men are running.
The UK are firing into the back of the Austrians here. This is where things are probably going to start getting messy. Both sides. France skirting around this flank. Running down some Austrians. I guess they worry about them coming back. Oh, France is getting chewed up here. UK have some more reserves. The Bloody 11th still here. General trying to keep his men in the fight. The UK pouring in some volleys on the units that were trying to bayonet charge. Mass rout by France. Huge mass rout here. Oh, there is some troops going for the LOC. Yeah, some skirmishers here. France is going to try chasing down this one UK line. The Highlanders, let's see if they can hold. Because now it is 1 and 2 versus 1 so far by the coalition, or by the French. France has gotten thrown back, guys. The coalition clutched it out. They barely got it in time. I don't know why Russia, France, or Russia 9. I mean,
This
they could have
building
maybe.
has fallen to the enemy.
They could have committed here a little better, I think, to help with this fight, because France was pretty weak here. I think some fresh Russian units, even now, they can engage and probably win. Their general, I'm not sure what he's doing, but he's gonna die. But they did throw back the French attack. France had a good first engagement, but it definitely did not win in the end. Oh, wait, I didn't see what that was. Back lines, they have taken it with some skirms.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
UK over here on this side, they're going to try to fall back. These Highlanders are going to have to attack a general? No, oh, there's some cav here. If they form a square, can they form a square? Can they form a square? Oh, didn't they? Oh, they did. Good. It's like, it's the UK. They better be able to form a square. But, I mean, France is... This is not going to work. This one's not going to go well. This one could go well. I mean, there's 10 minutes remaining, so I think France may actually win this one by LOC. Well, we can see here.
Our men are running, sir.
It is 1. They would have 2, 3. Maybe they won't get this one. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man, this is gonna be a draw. If they can take this and hold it with these King's German leads and the Green Rascals, which I doubt, unfortunately, just because of the melee stats, it's gonna be a draw. Yep, they're gonna go in though. They're gonna try, and now the Cav may actually try to attack this. It is skirms versus grasshoppers, and they did take it. Oh, they did take this. All right, guys. It's all up to them now. The Highlanders have to hold. The grasshoppers have to take this, and they did. Oh, it's gonna lag because they charged units in the house. Always will lag the game when you charge units that are in the LOC. Always does. Yeah, France is gonna have to fall back. They actually could march back this way and go for this Austrian line. What a fight, guys. What a fight. I hope you enjoyed this fight, because I definitely did. Man. I don't know why the UK general is standing here in this field. Maybe he has something to prove. He's like, the other generals have died, so I must prove that I am invincible. I can tell you what, he's not invincible. In fact, he's probably gonna die. Yeah, he's dead. There's no way he's not dead. He lives. England lives with him. No, I was kidding. Yeah, this is definitely gonna fall. France, I think, can take this. These This 55 Highlanders. How's the Cav in here? Wait, what? How? I've never seen that before. The Cav is engaging these guys. Interesting. I'm gonna fast forward at this point, guys, and if something doesn't change, then this is gonna be a coalition victory by LOC.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
All right, so they've taken this building. Have they taken this building? I'm sure they've taken this building. If the doors are broken, yeah, the doors are broken, they're in here. That's so you can check that the doors are broken. So yeah, France has this one. So France has this one, and this one. They need to take one of these 4 in order to win, and they have 6 minutes to do so. Even if they don't win by LOC, it's still a very, very good battle. Man, I really enjoyed this one. This was a man. The casualties, although I'm concerned that I may not have the I may have to post.
Our men are running, sir.
I will post the results if. Oh, hold that thought. There's actually a fight going for this LOC again. Cavalry going into Austria. Austria's mass running. They need to form a square. Do they? Yes, they do. France is going all in. It's LLC. They're going to try to take it down. Russia shifting over the troops. They need to get back to this point here because, oh no. 5 minutes to go. Russia. Better get over here because there's nothing to defend this LOC but one Austrian unit. And the coalition just mass routed. Wow. They have Cav 2. They better not lose this. They have plenty of infantry to defend. Oh, they can't lose this, guy. Guys, they can't lose. Okay. France could win this one. They have troops pushing up to where the grasshoppers are. Oh man, this is close. This is really close.
Our men are running, sir.
Yeah, see, they're going straight for this LOC. Straight in for it. Russia 9 points here can save this game. Or if France takes the other one, light bugs don't hold, then it's going to be a draw, which that's all that France could want, you know, at this point. Just kidding, they want to win. These guys have terrible melee. They definitely aren't going to be able to chip away. I mean, they have to chip away at a ton of French if they want to, you know, not get destroyed. And, uh-oh, France going for the LOC. Russia 9, throwing your troops.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
It's a draw right now. France is poised to take control. As long as they, you know, attack, because right now they're not. I mean, they have 5 units here. There's no way they don't take this.
Oui, monsieur.
And here it goes.
Oui,
oh, wow, they're wavering. There we go, though. They're going to take it. That's my prediction. They're going to take this.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
I'm gonna fast forward a little bit here because Russia 9 just, they have 2 minutes. They can take this. They just have to. They can't hesitate even a second. They can't hesitate a second. Cavalry charging in.
Sir, and must rest a while.
They're gonna close in for melee. Oh wow, what a good volley by France. Oh man, France is winning this one. Not saying I'm rooting for the coalition, but you know, I hate to see them lose. I hate to see them lose this battle at the very last second. I mean, Guys, there's a minute left, and they're still holding. The King's German Legion, they are holding quite well. My gosh. Uh-oh, not anymore. I say that, and they start shaking. Although the morale, France keeps losing their troops. Oh, maybe if they lose it, it's a draw.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh, no, they took it. France is going to win this one. France is going to win this one. Unless the coalition can take both these LOCs. Even then, actually. So they have this. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. It takes one, it's 5. And they have these 3 plus this one plus this one. They have 5, maybe even 6. Although, man, these grasshoppers, they're gonna hold this LOC. There's no way. How did they hold that? They did not take it in time, guys. Unfortunately, I'm gonna post the results here because there's no way that. Yeah, they didn't take it. All right, this one was sent in by the Austrian player, Sealy Dan. Very good replay. I really enjoyed that one. You can see the kills by Austria. And I'm gonna pull up the results here and post them so you guys can, and also so I can actually, discuss them. Actually, don't have the results. Sorry, guys. I really need to get this fixed. I don't know how to do that, but I'm gonna try to figure that out today. Yeah, wish I could say the results were fixed, but yeah, it's unfortunate. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed. It was a vicious fight, well fought on both sides, and yeah, doesn't get any better than that when it comes to NTW3. So thank you all so much for joining me. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in another video.